A very good afternoon to all the students attending the online lecture for third year BCom semester 5 for the subject management. In the previous lecture, we had already discussed about the syllabus content for management. I not only gave you an idea about what are the different units for semester 5, but I also gave you an overview about different topics that shall be covered in each and every unit. Having done with the syllabus, we had also started with the very first unit of risk management. I had given you an idea about the above contents that are covered in Unit 1 of risk management, and we had started with two very basic topics as to what do you mean by risk and how risk and uncertainty are two different terms. The focus for today's lecture shall be on business risk and financial risk. Also, what do you mean by the nature of risk? Now, just like our classroom practice, even for the online lectures, I shall try and spend some minutes to revise whatever we have studied in the previous online lecture. So let us begin with the revision of what did we understand by the term risk and what was uncertainty. I explained you in the previous lecture that when we hear risk, the immediate word that comes to our mind is risk is something uncertain, and uncertainty is nothing but a risk, something that may happen or may not happen. But I told you very well in the previous lecture also that there is a difference between the term risk and the term uncertainty. So when I had explained you about risk, risk was understood as a possibility of a loss or a danger. Any sort of possibility or any sort of probability of some bad happening was nothing but a risk. To give you an example, when we run a business, there are a number of factors inside and outside the business environment that keep on changing. And due to those changes, there is always a risk factor associated in the business. We can very well see in the third paragraph that risk is the outcome of an action taken or not taken. I had told you previously also that you may perform that action, or sometimes even without performing that action, you may invite risk. Because at many times, risk is quite unavoidable. So it may result into either a loss or a gain. It is termed as a chance of loss or exposure to danger arising out of the internal or the external factors. Now, these internal and external factors we would be discussing in the lectures to come, but a brief idea I can give you that these factors are your micro and macro environment, something that is within our control and something that is outside our control respectively. But due to these changes taking place every now and then, risks would come into your business, but they can be minimized through the preventive measures. So the next question we did in the previous lecture was that if risk is a possibility of a loss or risk is a possibility of some kind of bad happening, then what is uncertainty? I had given you a thin line of difference between the two. I would repeat it once again. Please pay attention. When you have the knowledge about some sort of an event, but you do not know when would that event occur. I repeat again, when you know the events, you know the outcome of that event. But when that outcome would occur or not occur, we are not sure about it. So that is known as a risk. To give an example, when we are running a business, we know that there is something known as a loss, there is something known as a profit. So we know the outcomes, we know the probability of outcomes, that either it will be a loss, either it will be a gain, but we do not know when that profit would occur or when that loss would occur. But on the other hand, if I talk about uncertainty, I told you very clearly that it is the uncertainty of the events. You neither are aware about the events, nor do you know about the probability of its outcomes. आपको सिचुएशन के बारे में ही आइडिया नहीं है, तो उसके आउटकम्स के बारे में तो आइडिया होना बिल्कुल इम्पॉसिबल होगा. I gave you an example of the current pandemic situation of COVID-19 also, that no one had a single piece of information about this virus initially. So this is some sort of uncertainty where neither the event was known, so its outcomes can never be predicted. We had talked about the difference in the coming slides also. Quickly pay attention to the slides and we move further. I had told you that something which is certain, when you know that the particular outcome will occur, it is a certain event. I know that the sun would rise, I know that the sun would set, I know that tomorrow would be Thursday or tomorrow would be Friday. These things are certain. But when I talk about a risk, you can read the definition very clearly. The possible outcomes and the probability of occurrence is known, but one does not know which outcome shall surely occur. I hope you are clear up till now. Risk is a situation where you know the outcomes and आपको probability of outcomes का idea भी है, but you don't know when that outcome would occur. I gave you the example of monsoon season as well in the previous lecture, that when we know it is monsoon season going on, I know the probability of outcome. I know that either it will rain or it will not rain. But whether or when would it rain or not cannot be predicted. Uncertainty, as we know, both the possible outcomes also and the probability of outcome is unknown. You do not know which are the outcomes of the event, so you also do not know the probability of the outcome. So by the term uncertainty, we mean the absence of certainty or something which is not known. It refers to a situation where there are multiple alternatives resulting in a specific outcome, but the probability is not certain. You have no idea, you have no information or knowledge about the condition. So how can you predict its future outcome? It is completely impossible. And such a sort of event is known as an uncertainty. This was again a very simple example I had given you in the previous lecture. Please pay attention once more. When you roll a dice always has 6 numbers. So I know about the outcome. I know that when I would roll a dice, I would get the number ranging from 1 to 6. 7th number तो कभी नहीं आएगा on a dice. But whether the number would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 cannot be predicted. These are just the probabilities or the possibilities that one can know. And such a kind of event is a risk. On the other hand, if I do not know only the probability of outcomes and the outcome is also unknown, it becomes an uncertainty. So on the left hand side, you see that the dice is showing you profit on one side, and on the other side, there is a loss. So you know the outcomes. You know the possibility and the probability of the outcome, that either it will be a profit or it will be a loss. लेकिन कब profit होगा या कब loss होगा, that you cannot predict. And that is why it becomes a risk. On the other hand, uncertainty, we are unaware about both the things. Very quickly go through the comparison chart we had done in the previous lecture. So risk is a probability of either winning or losing, while uncertainty is a situation where the future events are not known. Very clearly, I had told you that risks can be measured, can be controlled, and the probabilities can also be assigned. But on the other hand, uncertainty को आप measure भी नहीं कर सकते, you can also not control, and you can also not assign the probability. Meaning to say, because in risk, we know about the event, we know about the outcomes of the event, you can measure them, you can control them, because you have the past data, you have the past experience with you. For example, there are number of natural calamities that hits different parts of the country. Recently, we have also experienced the calamity of cyclone in various parts, also earthquake. So these things are also a risk. We do not know whether it will occur or whether it will not occur. But these things can be measured. The probability or the possibility can be assigned based on the past data or based on the past experience by the weather forecasting department. But on the other hand, uncertainty could be compared with any sort of a situation that no one is aware about. Situation नहीं पता है, इसलिए उसके होने या ना होने की probability को भी judge नहीं किया जा सकता. And the last point, chances of outcomes are known. As I said, we know the probabilities, we know what shall happen, but when it will happen, we are not aware about it. But here the outcome is also unknown. Again, a simple example that is coming to my mind is tossing a coin. When you toss a coin, it will either give you a heads or it will give you a tail. But you don't know whether it will be a head or a tail. So that kind of a situation is risk. I hope now you are clear with the difference between risk and uncertainty. I had ended up the previous lecture's discussion on this slide that risk is a measurable uncertainty, but uncertainty is unmeasurable risk. People say that risk is nothing but a part of uncertainty. लेकिन ऐसा part जिसे आप measure कर सकते हो, जिसके outcomes को आप जान सकते हो. You know the outcomes, but you do not know when it would occur or which outcome would occur. There is an old saying, no risk, no gain. So every business enterprise has to take those calculated risks. हर businessman को risk तो लेना ही होगा, but in such a manner that it can make the best possible gain out of it. Losses have to be minimized and the gains have to be maximized. But lastly, you can see that uncertainty is inherent in every business. It cannot be avoided. It is completely unavoidable because you don't have any idea as to what would happen next. The last line would clear your doubt if you have any, that in uncertainty, the outcome is unknown. You are not aware about the outcome itself. So now, without any further discussion on risk and uncertainty, we move with the new topic for today. We are going to study two new topics. Now, there are number of risks. There are different types of risk, and those risks are also, some are common for everyone, while some are particularly related to a specific area. Some are insured, well, some are not insured also. But in this particular unit, you have to study broadly two different types of risk. That is a business risk and a financial risk. I can give you a very simple idea about how and what is a business risk and what do you mean by a financial risk. The risk that is particularly associated with a business, with an entity, it is known as a business risk. There are a number of changes that take place here and there. The technology is changing, the customers' demands are changing, the fashion is changing, the taste and preferences of customers change. So because of all those changes, which are unavoidable, over which business has no control, it results into a business risk. But on the other hand, the risk which is related to the finance. But which finance? So we are talking about the debt funds, the borrowed funds. If there is any risk associated with the raising of borrowed funds, it becomes a financial risk. Let us get ourselves more clear with the following slides. So there are two kinds of risk as per the risk principle, namely the business risk and the financial risk. As I said, there are a number of risks, but particularly for this chapter, we have to deal with only these two risks. The former is risk related to the business, and the latter is the risk due to the use of debt funds. So as I said, the risk that is related to the entity, related to the business, it would be business risk. The one related to finance would be financial risk. You can go through the slide, read it. You will get an idea about the difference between business and financial risk. We are already going to discuss the risk further. Let us begin with the first risk, that is business risk. Before we jump on to the topic, let me give you an idea about the same. In BA, in Business Administration, I had also talked about the micro and the macro environment. In second year BCom also you have studied about it, that there are some factors within the organization that are within the control of the organization, and there are some factors which are outside the organization and outside its control. We used to name it as the micro and the macro factors respectively. But these factors keep on changing constantly and rapidly. Due to these changes, which are unavoidable in nature, a business tends to suffer risk. So let us read. Business risk is the probability of earning a comparatively low profit or even suffer losses because of changes in the market conditions, customer demands, government regulations, economic environment of the business. So because there are changes taking place every now and then, everywhere, even a business tends to suffer from a lower profit. So that possibility of earning lesser profit or getting a loss is nothing but a business risk. Please go through the last line. The risk is unavoidable in nature. See, the word unavoidable and uncontrollable are two different terms. We are using the word unavoidable. Whatever changes are taking place, You cannot avoid those changes, but definitely by taking steps well in advance, a businessman can at least control the amount of loss that it will suffer. So as I said, every business organization is operating in an economic environment which has both micro as well as the macro environment, that is internal as well as the external environment. There are a number of factors, as you know, which keep on changing, because of which the business tends to suffer from risk. Now, which are these factors we are already going to even discuss in the coming lectures, but you can have a look. You already know they are the taste and preferences, could be inflation, could be changes in the policies of government, could be a natural calamity, could be a strike, etc. So these factors could be within an organization or outside the organization, but they tend to create risky situation for any business. So the types of business risk that you can see, the first is compliance risk. It is a risk that is arising due to the change in government laws. Think about a situation where government suddenly puts a restriction or suddenly puts a ban on some kind of items, creates some kind of a law. Because of those restrictions, it may happen that a business tends to suffer risk. Such a kind of risk would be a compliance risk. Number two is operational risk. From the name itself, you can judge that the risk arising from the day-to-day operations of a business organization. When everyday business is running, there are a number of operations going on. It could happen that while performing the operations, maybe production, maybe marketing, there could be a breakdown in the machinery, there could be a failure in the process, or even there could be a dispute raised by the workers. The workers may go on a strike suddenly and the production process needs to be stopped. The operations are kept on a standstill. So the risk arising from these situations is nothing but an operational risk. Number three, you have the reputation risk. Now, sometimes it also happens that due to some activities of the business, it may create a false image or it may affect the reputation of that business. A business may have created any sort of an advertisement or may have produced some kind of products which are not up to the mark, which do not suit the standard of the customer. So it may affect the reputation and the image of the company. And that is why known as the reputation risk. The examples you can see, it could be a misleading advertisement. There are a number of advertisements that we see every now and then. But sometimes we also feel that the ads or the things that are presented in the advertisements are not real. They are not realistic. They are not practical. So ultimately, we will be blaming that business itself. It could be any kind of a legal case that is going on against the company. It could be criticism of bad product or service. So these things have an impact onto the business and creates reputation risk. Lastly, very easy, strategic risk. We know that strategy is nothing but a long-term plan. A business has to frame such plans in order to run smoothly, achieve its short-term objectives. But think about a situation where it has prepared a plan, but due to few changes going here and there, the plan comes to a failure. The strategy fails. It will create a risk that is your strategic risk. So I hope I was clear with the first topic, that is business risk. It is the risk that is particularly connected with the business of entity. Why business suffers from a risk? So your answer should be that there are a number of factors changing here and there, could be from the micro environment, could be from the macro environment. And what are the types of risk? So you can see few types that I have listed down here. Let us move further with the Second risk, it is financial risk. Now, from the name itself, you already have got an idea that it is a risk pertaining to raising of funds, raising of finance. Let me ask you a question and try to answer it. As a business organization, from where can you raise the funds? From where can you borrow the funds? The answer should be that we can take funds from either the owned capital or from the borrowed capital. That is, either we can, as an owner, invest our own money in the business, or we can borrow the money from outside. To give you a few examples, it could be a commercial bank, it could be a financial institution, it could be taking money through the issue of preference shares, bonds, debentures. But when we make use of borrowed funds, it has a liability of payment of fixed interest or dividend. If you are not able to pay off this liability, definitely the funds will have to be redeemed. The funds will have to be returned. So the risk that is associated with the use of debt finance, that is borrowed finance in the capital structure, it is termed as a financial risk. The capital structure can be equity capital, preference capital, or even the debt capital. Or one can also make the combination of all of them. Whatever the case may be, the more amount of borrowed funds you use, the more amount of risk you are attaching to your business. So as a businessman, as a finance manager, one needs to pay attention to such a capital structure that has less risk and cost, and the liability of making fixed payment should also be lesser. The types of financial risk you can go through in the following slide. Just as business risk, even financial risk has some types. The first one, as you can see, is a market risk. Now, market risk arises due to fluctuations in the financial asset. Which are these financial assets? So it could be any source from where the funds are raised. It could be a kind of fixed deposit that the company is holding in a bank. It could be any sort of loan that has been taken. It could be any other form of investment that is made by the company. But when these financial assets and its price keeps on fluctuating, it tends to create a market risk for the business. Number two, exchange rate risk. Now you all should be aware about the term exchange rate. When I say exchange rate, it is the rate at which currency of one country is converted into the currency of another country. So even due to the variations in the currency rates, the risk increases. You all know that whether it is dollar to rupee or it is pound to rupee, there are constant changes taking place. Because of that, also, the risk factor would increase. Think about a situation where a businessman has made quite more imports. It has imported number of things from outside the country. So definitely, if there will be exchange rate fluctuation, the burden of payment and the risk of payment will increase. Number three, it is your credit risk. So it is the risk emerging because of the non-payment of debt by a borrower. In accounts, you all have studied about a term, bad debts. So if a business is carried out and the sales that we are doing are mainly on credit, or if as a businessman you have granted a loan or you have advanced a loan to someone, you always have a risk of bad debt to happen. The person may pay you the money, or even may not pay you the money in the near future. If the person becomes bankrupt, you will have to face a credit risk. Lastly, liquidity risk. So as we all know, every business needs to maintain sufficient amount of liquidity also. Liquidity meaning to say every business has to hold some assets which can be easily converted into cash so that the businessman can pay off its liabilities very easily. But if that situation is not possible, we need to suffer from liquidity risk. So it is a risk originating as a result of a financial instrument not traded quickly in the market. I hope you were clear up till now with both the types of risk, namely business risk and the financial risk. We have also discussed about the types of the same. Moving further with the next topic for today, it is the nature of risk. Now, maybe we shall not complete the entire topic today, but I would like to give you just an overview about the same. In nature of risk or nature of business risk, you are going to particularly understand as to what does a risk associate. When we say that there is a risk in a business organization, what are the things that are covered into that? What is the nature of that risk? So let us understand few points today. The nature of risk, as you can see, point number 1, opportunities for gains are hidden in business risk. You always have to pay attention that whenever there is a challenge or whenever there is an opportunity, every risk has some sort of opportunity being connected with it. Whenever a business or a businessman is suffering from any kind of a risk due to the changing environment, it can try to even mold that risk into an opportunity for itself. So one can say that there are some hidden opportunities for gains that are included in every business risk. But as an efficient manager, one needs to make the most of that. Next is business risk depends on time. Now, when I talk about time, we are talking about the ancient time and we are talking about the modern time. In early days, in the old days, the risk factor was quite limited because the changes and the number of changes were quite less during those days. But today, with the increase in expansion, modernization, technological changes, globalization, things are rapidly changing. It is changing by leaps and bounds, because of which in today's days, in ever-changing economic environment, the business risk is also quite more. Thirdly, business risk depends on the size of business enterprise. When I say size, we are talking about a small-sized business and a large-sized business. The smaller the size of business is, the more flexibility it can enjoy. When there is a small business unit or a small shop, it can very easily adapt to the changes because the number of operations are lesser. But if I talk about a large-sized business, the number of operations are also quite more. And so the flexibility becomes quite limited. To adapt to the ever-changing environment is very difficult. Point number 4, business risk depends on the nature of business. Now, when I talk about nature, it can either be a business which is producing, manufacturing the goods of necessities, such as vegetables, fruits, or any other grocery item. Or it can also be a business which is supplying us luxurious items. Could be a showroom for automobiles, can be mobile phones, etc. So the risk factor is quite less for a business whose nature is of necessity, and quite more for the one selling luxurious products. To give you an example, the best could be the example of the lockdown that we were facing and we are facing these days also. If I can say the demand of something has always been higher, are of the shops who were selling us goods of necessities. You can see every grocery shop, every shop which was selling you vegetables, fruits, had no reduction in the demand. And generally also, demand for such products remains inelastic or less elastic. But on the other hand, the ones who are selling you luxurious items, the demand is not inelastic. And that is why they have to suffer more risk due to the changing business environment. Lastly, business risk depends on the terms of sales. When I say terms of sales, it could either be a cash sale or it could be a credit sale. You can judge by yourself that when you are selling goods for cash, the risk is lesser because the possibility of bad debts is less or nil. But if you are selling on credit, you have to bear with the risk of bad debts. The debtor may pay you the money or may not pay you the money. I hope you were clear with the points for the nature of risk. Very quickly, we would discuss the further points also. And thereby we finish the online lecture for today. Point number 6, business risk depends on the degree of competition. When I say degree of competition, we are considering if you are having a monopoly in the market, if you are the only one selling your product, and if you don't face any sort of competition or any sort of rivalry, then the risk involved is quite less. But when you have number of competitors surrounded, you have number of rivals, the competition is quite higher. Point number 7, the business risk depends on the competence of management. If the management is competent enough, the management is skilled enough to make the most of the risk, then the possibility of loss or the possibility of the dangers involved can be reduced. It is the management which has to try and adapt to the changes easily. Point number 8, it is very difficult, if not impossible, to forecast the possibility of occurrence of the business risk. I already told you that risk is something where you can know the outcomes, but it is very difficult to predict as to which outcome will occur. So it is completely unavoidable by every business organization. You cannot forecast with precision that when would a business risk occur. Number 9, it largely depends on the age of business enterprise also. Very simply, I can explain that if a business is an older business, is running from number of years, it has the experience to deal with the risk. It has seen number of changes in the lifespan of the business and can handle the risk very easily. But if there is a new business who is already suffering to enter in the market with number of competitors, it will be very difficult for it to handle the risk. And lastly, business risks are by and large unavoidable. As I said, you cannot avoid any sort of a business risk, but if you have a competent manager and if you have done planning well in advance, you can definitely try to minimize the losses that will occur from that risk, or the unfavorable consequences at least can be minimized. I hope I was clear with today's topic. We have revised with what was risk, what was uncertainty. We have studied two new topics today. You have studied about the types of risk, that is business risk and financial risk. Moreover, you have also studied about the nature of risk. In case you have any doubts pertaining to the topics we discussed up till now, you can put your comments, you can comment them in the Google Classroom of your respective class, and I shall be answering to them at the earliest. Thank you for the day. Happy learning. See you soon in the next online lecture, where we shall be moving further with the same unit of risk management.